The crimson haze of the twin suns painted the placid skies of Elara in hues of a dying ember. To the untrained eye, this lush, agri-world seemed a verdant paradise, the perfect, soft target for Khotan's marauding pirate fleet. Commodore Vrick Cray sneered from the command deck of his flagship, the Hrunga Mu. "This pathetic rock will kneel before us, its riches plundered without a fight." The bridge crew cackled like scavengers sensing easy prey. But Lieutenant Genra's tail twitched in disquiet. "The scouts report no discernible defenses. It appears to—" "Your doubts insult me," Vrick snapped. "Every intel drop loses its luster upon facing the bite of the Hrunga's cannons." Genra shrank in her chair as the first salvo streaked across the eternal twilight, hellfire raining upon the unsuspecting colony. Or so they thought. Their thermal trackers registered a baffling lack of panic, no evacuations, not even attempted return fire. Only the scattered heat signatures of smaller crafts launching from the surface. "Stupid fools," Vrick grinned, beckoning his talons. "They merely hasten their own slaughter." The unassuming ships swarming from Elara seemed little more than airborne cargo haulers, creaking antiques scarcely spaceworthy. But then the energy signatures blazed, revealing heavily armored frames, bristling with potent ordnance. Genra's jaw went slack. "By the Scourge, those are military-grade ships from the old Empire. But how—" A deafening boom drowned out her words as the lead Elaran craft opened fire, its tungsten volley crippling two pirate destroyers in a coordinated barrage. Vrick's beady eyes widened, talons digging into the arms of his chair. Fiery contrails webbed across the skies as the battle was joined in full force. The pirate armada ensnared in the thrashing fury of combat-seasoned veterans. Even as Vrick's cruisers gained the upper hand through sheer numbers, a new wave of Elaran craft descended. Not archaic fighters, but Goliath war machines from an age thought lost. Their thundering footfalls shook the earth as they joined the fray, future and past united against the invaders who had gravely underestimated their prey. As the tactical hologrid flickered with the Hrunga Mu's breach, Vrick found himself staring into the hard-eyed glare of an old, weather-beaten human. A glint of amusement, no, relish, lit those steely eyes as the man grinned. "You scavengers picked the wrong damn rock." The old veteran's smirk broadened, teeth glinting like fangs in the crimson glare of the breached hull. "You think this is the first time we've dealt with vermin like you?" With a flick of his wrist, the tactical controls realigned, steel rain unleashing upon the pirate ships in a relentless onslaught. All around the colony, Vrick's monitors showed his forces crumbling against an enemy whose combat prowess belied their apparent frailty. From the bridge of an ancient MKV enforcer Walker, Colonel Sonya Vold barked orders with a voice tempered by over a century and a half of service. "Concentrate fire on their cruisers! Jakob, swing your Mantis gunships around and hit that destroyer's flank!" "You got it, Granny." The young-sounding response crackled with adrenaline over the comms as the seasoned warriors moved with the synchronized lethality of their youths. At 173 years old, Sonya was one of the eldest on this so-called retirement colony, a hard-won peace after lifetimes spent defending humanity across 1,000 systems. But the adrenaline coursing through her veins made her feel like a raw recruit again. "This is what you get for messing with the old guard," she bellowed, punching commands that unleashed a torrent of plasma on a crippled pirate frigate. The blast seared across her viewer, mirrored in the feral grin etching her weathered features. As the tide inexorably turned, Vrick's desperation grew palpable. But for every ship his guns obliterated, two more Elaran juggernauts seemed to replace it, until finally the last of his fleet lurched from the skies in beaten retreat. On the hangar decks, the veterans roared in hard-earned victory, clapping each other's backs with bone-crunching force. For so long, they had feared their glory days were behind them, yet the cosmos had delivered one last glorious battle upon their laps. And as Sonya looked upon her ragtag band of elite soldiers turned avid retirees, one truth shone bright as the crimson twilight. When you attacked the old humanity's defenders, you ensured your own demise.